So the other day I was just sitting on Snapchat, you know, just going through some of the lovely messages you guys send me. And while I was reading through a few of them, I opened one from a guy called TJ. Now, I don't think TJ likes me very much. And you may be asking, why doesn't TJ like me? And that's what we're going to be going over in today's video. So let's get into this. So I have no idea how I've rustled this guy so much. But anyway, I get this message from him the other day. I've never spoken to this guy before in my life. But anyway, he says, "Oi, you twat, why do you never show your face on YouTube? You're scared LMAO, because I guarantee if you saw the people you take the piss out of on the streets, you'd shit a brick. Lol, you're nothing behind a computer screen. You're most likely a little fanny, think you're all big man behind a computer screen. You wouldn't say shit to them in person. Say no more, pussy." So yeah, we got some harsh words there. And he's saying that if I see the people I take the piss out of on the street, then I'd shit a brick. And to be honest, he has a fair point there. Like if I saw a proper roadman on the other side of the road, you know, just going about his business, I wouldn't shit a brick. But if he came up to me with his trusty shank, then obviously like any normal person, I'd shit a brick. But if you notice in like all my videos where I like take the piss out of roadmen or whatever, I'm mainly taking the piss out of like the 12-year-olds that think they're roadmen. Okay, but anyway, after he sent me that message, I obviously screenshotted it because it was fucking hilarious. And then I just sent him a message saying okay, and he gets back to me by saying, "Cunt man, think you're all big man, don't you? Come to my ends." So then I just reply with, "Not really," because I mean, I don't really act like a big man in my videos. Like I'm not acting fucking hard or anything. But anyway, after that I just sent him a follow-up message telling him that it wasn't serious, because you know, I didn't know if he knew that or not. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious. But anyway, he just follows up with this message saying, "Trust, you're a nerdy 20-year-old, thinks you're funny to take the piss out of people." I mean, that sentence doesn't really make that much sense. But yeah, anyway, he didn't get my age right. So you know, I had to correct him. And then he didn't like that, so he told me to suck my mum. And once again, since this guy's from England, he used the wrong mum. So I had to correct him on that too. And then he sends me a message back saying, "How can an 18-year-old be so immature and cocky?" And you know, from this message, I could tell he was a mature adult. So I asked him how old he was. And I mean, this was a massive surprise to me. He said he was 15. I know, who could see that one coming? I mean, all the messages he sent to me were so mature. But anyway, at this point, I thought this was some kind of joke. So I sent him a load of laughing emojis. And then I said, "This has to be a joke. There's no way." And then he goes, "What? How is this a joke? Suck your mum, you geeky fuck." So then I sent him a message back saying, "Don't call me rude words over the internet or I'll call your parents." Because as we all know, it's illegal to call other people rude words on the internet. So you know, I was just giving him a little warning there. And he just said, "You make me laugh, you do. 2011 comebacks." And then I just had to say this. You weren't born much earlier than 2011, to be fair. Then out of nowhere, he just says, "I swear you're a paedophile, you get me. Obsessed with little T. He's a kid, leave him alone. You're 18 taking the piss out of an 11-year-old. LMAO, sad as fuck." Now, you've got two things wrong here. First of all, little T is 12. I mean, that's a very well-known fact. He even says it in one of his raps.
"I am 12, it's my time to shine."
But this is something a lot of people don't know. I actually asked BG Media before I made my first video on little T if it was alright. Like, I asked them this before the whole BG Media thing blew up. And I just wanted to make sure that they were alright with it. And they were, so, you know, it's alright. And he says, "You're so sad taking the piss out of an 11-year-old. It makes me crease. You're sad. Have you even got a job instead of taking the piss out of people over YouTube?" So then I just replied with, "This is my job, because it is at the moment." And then he just says, "Exactly, get a real job." And then I just explained to him that I make more off YouTube than I would at a regular job at my age. Because most people my age probably make like a few hundred a month or something like that. And I'm not going to say how much I earn, but it's a bit more than that. So it'd be a bit stupid of me not to do it as a job. And then he says, "Why did you screenshot anyway?" Oh yeah, I screenshotted the first one and I put it on Twitter. But you know, that comes into play later. He wasn't too happy about it, I don't think. And then he says, "Lol, you're a faggot," which is the most devastating insult I've ever received. Like, being called a faggot by a 15-year-old, that's ending my career. So I just replied with "sick." And then we sent a few more messages to each other, but I forgot to save the ones he sent to me. So it wouldn't really make much sense if I showed them, because I've only got my ones there. And then he just sends me a message saying, "How would you like it if I screenshotted?" I mean, I don't know why I give a shit. Like, I'm screenshotting all of this. So I just go, "Why would I care?" And then he just replies with, "You're a first-class wanker." But he somehow manages to spell first class, Gerst class. And then out of nowhere, he goes, "Fuck you, slick cunt. Come to Worcester. 1 versus 1 knockout, you get me." Now at this point, I was shaking. I was absolutely terrified. Now you're probably wondering, who is this intimidating roadman? And well, here he is. Yeah, fucking terrifying, I know. Like, after I posted one of the screenshots on Twitter, someone who knows him sent me his Instagram. And oh my god, like, half the pictures are very intimidating selfies. And I'm not even too sure what the other half is. Like, let's just look at a few of them. "If my jokes offend you, 1, I'm sorry. 2, it won't happen again. 3, 1 and 2 are lies. 4, you're a pussy." So yeah, even from a picture like this, we can tell that he's very intimidating and just doesn't give a fuck. And then he's just got this one here. And you know them ironic ghetto memes? Yeah, like, this is one of them, except it's not ironic. Yeah, I think it goes without saying that after I found his Instagram, I got shook up. But yeah, anyway, after that message he sent me, I sent one back, just saying, "You're getting upset over a YouTube video, chill." Because at this point, I could tell he was fucking angry. And then I just sent him another one saying, "No idea what triggered you so much." And he was just saying he didn't like it because it wasn't funny and it was like immature or something. But anyway, we just sent a couple more messages back and forth. And then he sees the tweet tweet I posted. And he said, didn't ask for permission to put me on Twitter. You're getting reported. And at this point, I was just like, shit, I'm gonna get shut down. Because, you know, showing someone's Snapchat message, that's like an automatic ban. But anyway, I just said, what are you gonna report me for? And he said, being a cunt without permission. You know, it's alright to be a cunt as long as you have permission. If you don't have that permission, then you can't be a cunt. I mean, it's written in the Twitter guidelines. So I just said, good reason. And I don't know why he sent me this, but he goes, yeah, without permission, you mad? I don't know what I was supposed to be mad about, to be honest. But I just reply with fuming, mate. And then he just goes on again saying how he's reported me to Twitter. And then he just goes, swear me and you are gonna have problems if you put me on your YouTube. So I just go, alright, mate, calm down. And then he just goes, yeah, pussy hole. And I could tell this guy was trying to act big. So I said, mate, someone sent me your Instagram. You don't look intimidating at all. And then he goes, cunt. At least give me a shout out every video and I'll forgive you. That's a fair deal. A shout out every video for the rest of my channel's life. And this 15-year-old roadman will forgive me. Like, I'm not sure what I did that requires forgiveness. But anyway, I was just like, this is such a wind up. And then he goes, I'll kick your head in. So I tell him that's rude. And then he goes on asking me for a shout out. And at the end of it, I was just like, maybe. Because I need to go off somewhere for a bit. But when I came back to my phone, I was greeted with this message. Don't want to mess with me. Me and my boys are the Worcester gang. Trust, where you from? So at this point, I was like, fucking hell. He's going to get his gang on me. Like, this guy's gang member material. So yeah, I was without a doubt shook up. Never been so scared in my life. But yeah, after that, it kind of just ended. And like, a few of his friends messaged me telling me to make a video on this. And I was like, maybe, but this guy seems really pissed off. Like, I don't want to upset some random 15-year-old kid. So I said, like, if you can get him to tell me it's alright, then I'll do it. And he did. He was actually alright with it. So yeah, I think me and TJ are safe now. And you know, I'm hoping to join his gang soon. I mean, that would be a childhood dream come true. But yeah, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know this one was like a little different to anything I've done before. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, then please remember to subscribe and smash that motherfucking like button.